So draining the hot water heater again, do it every 6 months, running it for about 4 hours. And every time I do this, I try to find a faster way, a better way to do it. Maybe this seems to be better for me at this point. This electric hot water heater. What I do is I got a piece of vinyl hose. Actually, I had it just left over. Put a hose adapter on it that you get from, any of the garden centers, and then took off the main shutoff packing nut and valve, and took that off. Put this splitter on, and then hooked it onto the drain here. You can see it's still draining. You know how this always gets clogged up, and if you can't replace this, like in my case, I can't pull this and replace it. I tried. I don't want to strip it and break it. No good deed goes unpunished, so I don't want to screw that up. But I have this Y on here, and it's helped me to. I put some air behind water just to have it move out, and it creates a flow for it. I also keep the shop vac nearby, because after you spray water in here, they'll get like a vacuum, and it'll try to come back out that way. You'll break it loose, and then it will shoot that water out, I should say, out of one of the ports that you have open, or both if you have it open. I also tried the wire trick where I put wire in here and I zhuzh it around, but I find that you can only close that with the piece of wire in there so much. So I abandoned that because it would shoot out too much when I was moving it around. So instead I use this, and this has a little rubber tip on it, act kind of like a seal if that water does come out. So let's try that out and see if it works. Okay, so right now you see there's a leak, or there's a amount of water coming through. I also have this open. I have the burp valve open. So I turn this on, do it with one hand here, and try to. You see all that? That all just came out. Let's do it again. Coming out of here. You can see I only have it opened a little bit. Let's open it fully. And there it goes. Use that. Put that on there. All one-handed now. Every time I burp that, it comes out. Big slugs of junk. So, just burp it again. You see a bunch of crap come out every time. It just pushes it around inside the bottom of here. Breaks up those clogs. So then I put this up here in my other hand, take this off, drop it off like that, put it up there, close this, and I have, I'm doing this one-handed. Typically I don't, but minimal amount of water comparatively to what I would have if I took that off. If I took this off and checked it like I used to in the past, and then I see, trying to clear that clog. You can see here, that's the benefit of having this vinyl. I can see at least there's flow. But this allows me to put in here and bypass it, but also to close it when it becomes a giant geyser shooting out. So put on the Y, put on a clear tube. I run that clear tube. This was the first hour, just a pantyhose you can get at wherever you can get them from, but Dollar Tree's got 4 of them for $1. That's the first one. There's a second one way out there. You can see on the driveway. That thing's chock full as well. So it fills up. I do this every 6 months. Lots of sediment. So try out the tube method. Connect it to your hose. Try out the Y method and use the air, and let me know if that helps you.